Hey everyone, I just thought that I would pop in today, and I had a series of videos, Fun Friday or Friday Fun, that have been going on. I did it for 13 weeks and then I took a little break, and I have decided to change the way that I do them a little bit. So I'm gonna record it live for you, and then I'll download the video and post it on YouTube later on. So I do have quite a few customers that are not on Facebook. So welcome if you just arrived. It's so nice to see you. I'm gonna bring up my computer too, so hopefully I can see your comments. They go a little bit fast for me when I am not. Hey Claudia, good to see you, honey. All right, well, you know, technology isn't always the easiest thing to do live. Which is one reason that I pre-record a lot of my Fun Friday videos, but I thought that this would be way more fun, and then I'll download the video and reshare it. So hopefully I'm right side up, and everything is looking good. Hi Holly, good to see you. Hey Barbie, boy do I miss you. So I wanted to show you earlier this week I did a live video and we made this card. So if you didn't see that video, you can go to Create with Celine, my Facebook page, and click on videos, and it was the last video before this one where I showed an introduction to the Stamparatus, which is a placement tool so that when you stamp your images, number one, if they don't come out right the first time, you can ink up and stamp again. Or if they come out good, you can do multiple. So think Christmas cards. I had a customer, after making this card, say that she was going to use the light blue stamp and then buy the Wise Men and the Star of David. And she's actually going to do hinge stamping, which maybe I'll show you in another episode. But today, I wanted to show you this card. And it's backwards right now, but we'll show you the... We're going to flip the camera in a minute. So, but I don't know if you can see, but this die cut has no extra layers. So it's a flat piece of paper, but because of the dynamic color, it looks like two layers. It almost looks like I cut an oval and then cut a scallops oval on top. And I did that by creating a template with my Stamparatus. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. And I have to tell you something kind of important. Thank you. This week I shared my club projects, and packets today are going out all over the country from people that placed orders with me to get the club kits to go. That special ends tomorrow, so I will still send you a packet if you place an order on that host code. But today is more about having fun. I did meet my goal and got my little bonus. It was a $250 bonus. And I just want you to know my daughter has been away at camp all week. And the camp cost $550. Kind of expensive for just Monday through Friday, but it seems expensive to me, you know. But that $250 is being put towards her camp, and I'm on to the next goal. I'm trying to pay for a dance camp for her in August. So just want to let you know how much I appreciate you, and you know, all the things that you do make a big difference to me and my family and help me to be able to continue to do what I love. So thanks. So this is the Stamparatus, and it's kind of, you're like, well, what's going on? So first of all, it comes with a couple of magnets, and you can see I've maxed out my magnet. I added a whole bunch of washi tape to mine. Now, if you just add one or two pieces, the washi tape might break off. You could even, I've seen people use duct tape, but this makes it easy to pick up and handle the magnet. I have a friend that was on a Facebook Live, and she actually shattered a magnet during her Facebook Live. I think the magnets got too close together and they just exploded. So if you can keep the magnets sort of separate and only work with what you need, you'll have better results. And this is my handle so that I don't break a nail trying to pick this up, because it's super heavy duty. Now, for the Stamparatus, it comes with this stamping mat, and the stamping mat I can take off when I'm going to use a red rubber stamp. So this stamping mat is when you're using photopolymer, and that makes the magnet even more strong. I better be careful or I'll be smashing up a... Thank you, Barbie. Barbie's sharing my post. If you love what you see and you think it'll be helpful for people that you know, feel free to share my video. I would love that, and add more people to the love. So these doors come on and off, and the only way that they can come on and off is if they're at 90 degrees. So you can take them, you can have a stamp on one side, you can flip it over, clean it, stamp again, and you'll be good to go. All right, so let me show you today's tip. I am chosen the Detailed with Love stamp set, and I'm just going to take this off, and I'm going to put it on one of my windows. Hi, Heather. Funny to see people that I know that don't know me from stamping, that know me, like, just know me because we're buddies. But good to see you, girlfriend. So I've got my stamp on my, it's really my block, isn't it? And I'm gonna put it in 90 degrees, like we said, so that it'll open and close, right? And then I'm gonna move the camera. And I got my stamp set, and I got the stamp that I want to make a template for, all loaded up. I'm going to take my piece of paper, and this is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. I just cut it down. It doesn't matter what size your template is, as long as, woo, that magnet, you don't move it around. Hear that? That's a heavy-duty magnet. So this card that we made uses Blueberry Bushel. So I am going to ink up with my Blueberry Bushel ink pad. These are the brand new ink pads. Actually, this is the whole set of in colors that just came out. If you didn't see my daughter's video over on my creative group, you should really go look at it. She's a hoot, and she did an awesome job. But you open the ink pad like a compact, and then you slide it in once it's all the way open. And to close it, you do the same thing. You just pull and then shut it. It's way different from the other ones, and they're a lot easier to open, but they are a little tighter, so you got to be careful. So now I am going to ink up my stamp. Wow, that looks so pretty, even just inked up right there. And I'm going to stamp this down on my Stamparatus. And it's a pretty image, except that I'm noticing that I had a little bit of imperfections. So if I wanted this to be absolutely perfect, one cool thing about the Stamparatus is if you don't stamp something perfectly right out of the gate, you just go again and stamp again. You have multiple chances, and it didn't move. So that image is nice and crisp and clean, even though I stamped it twice. Isn't that cool? So the next step to making a template is, now it was right up in the corner, so I'm not going to move my stamp, but I am going to take a second and clean it. Now this is a new chamois. The chamois does not come with the case, but the case is on the same page of the catalog that the chamois is, and when you buy the cases you get 4 of them. They're the standard size, but I'm just going to clean up my stamp, and it really does clean it up with no residue, and I don't have to worry about putting this off to the side for a minute. I keep it in the stamp case and wet while I'm working with it, just to clean off my stamps, and then I take it to the sink, rinse it out. Now I'm going to be going away for a couple of days, so when I do, I will leave my stamp case open and it'll dry out like this one. Ready? They dry out pretty hard, so you can hear how hard this thing is. When it's time to moisten this, I'm just going to take a bottle of water and pour it in the middle and close the case and let it set up. But I can imagine cleaning my bathroom windows with this, because honestly, my bathroom mirror, because there's no fuzz that comes off of it, so the fuzz doesn't get on your stamps. It doesn't transfer ink all that much, although I do have blue fingers from last night from club. But it's kind of a cool thing. So now that we're done stamping this, I'm just going to close this up because you know that if I don't, I will dunk my whole card in it. Okay, and then I'm going to bring the big shot in. So the first time I did this, I actually had to do it twice because the first time I cut it out, I didn't cut it out straight, which was fine, but I really want my image to be nice and centered and awesome if I'm going to be using it as a template. And then I'm just going to cut this out with the big shot. It's where I think it is. And I could use the magnetic platform, but I find that it moves around on me more than if I were to just kind of line it up and go. I have more success rate just with the plain standard platform that it comes with. And I don't know if you guys have the new platform, but this new platform, it comes in pieces. If you bought your big shot and you still have the flapper, you're missing this 0.25 raised platform that our new dies are all designed against, and you can just buy the platform. You don't need a new big shot, but it really makes a difference when you're die cutting and embossing. So this pops right out, and I've got, this isn't the important part, believe it or not. This is the one that I want, and I'm going to mark this so that I know that it's this side up. And then I'm going to bring my Stamparatus back in. So let's pretend we're making a Christmas card, and it's Christmas time, and I need 100 of these, and I don't want to deal with extra edges or extra layers, right? This is all flat. Okay, so now I've got my temporary platform here. These particular die cuts, I cut them out before my live so that I would have a few to show you. They're not perfect on both sides. So if you put it in upside down, it's not going to fit right. You have to keep it going the same orientation, which is kind of good because you know that you can't end up in the wrong place. So I just stick that into where I had my template. And I don't have to use the blueberry bushel. I could go with lovely lipstick. This is also one of the newer ink pad colors that just came out. There's a piece of hair right there. I'm going to take it off. I don't want that on my project. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to ink up with lovely lipstick. And, you know, I'm going to stamp in perfect on purpose. See what a mess that is? But I can put it right back in where my template goes. And I could make 100 of these. As long as I don't move my stamp, this template is going to be perfect for this stamp every time. So if you're doing Christmas cards, we can just keep going. So here we go. We'll go again. So you can do multiples of one card. And this is how I made my swaps. This blueberry bushel card that I showed was actually a swap card. Now you'll also notice that I got some ink on the door. It's no problem because none of that is going to end up on my project. Not even that one. And if it's not perfect, again, I can go ahead and stamp it again. And it's not. It needs a little more ink. But how nice. Like, how many pieces of paper would I have thrown out if I didn't have a template? So it's kind of a cool new tool. All right, so that worked out pretty good. Let me see if I can get, oh, Leslie, I didn't know you were in the hospital. Geez, I hope everything is okay. Hi, Diane. It's good to see everybody. I'm sorry I wasn't watching the comments, but I'm going to go back through and answer all your comments and questions today. If you aren't a member of my Creating with Celine Facebook group, I will be sure to put a link down further in the comments so that you'll be able to see them. And again, I hope I'm not sideways because honestly, I'm looking at the comments sideways right now. But that's what can happen in a Facebook Live. Anything can happen. So thanks for joining me today, and I will be back next Friday to share another idea with you. And later on today, I'll post this to YouTube, and I will actually get you a supply list and all the measurements, so that's coming, and I'll post all of that. I am sideways. That's awesome. Hang on. Is that better? Oh, yeah, it doesn't like me. My phone doesn't like me today. It is what it is. Well, anyway, I'll be back next week, and we'll master this Facebook Live thing together. Thanks, guys.